What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Wonder Woman from Wonder Woman 1984. And so here we have Wonder Woman posing out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually take a look at what she comes with. Wonder Woman here does come with two different lassos. She does come with one that is all rolled up and does fit on her hip right here. And then she also does come with a stylish lasso which can be displayed in her hands. She of course also does come with a McFarlane DC base. Other than that, Wonder Woman here doesn't come with anything else, which kind of interesting. She doesn't come with a sword, but I'll get more on that in a little bit as we go over her details. So with that out of the way, guys, let's move on to her details. And so here we have a closer look at the McFarlane Wonder Woman, and I have to say, in hand, the face looks much better than the promotional images made it out to be. I do really like the face sculpt. It's not 100% Gal Gadot. It's a really soft likeness, but it's still passable as Wonder Woman, and that's what I do like about it. For the likeness to Gal Gadot, like I said, it's a really soft likeness. It's kind of like a Barbie doll isn't really a person's likeness, but it's not a Barbie doll. It's hard for me to explain. Like, if it did use a photoreal, I'm pretty sure that would look like Gal Gadot. If not, it would look enough like her. But overall, I'm still happy with the way this figure looks, and I do like the tiara right here on her head. It does look really nice, and they did paint it gold. Really do like the detail in her hair. It's not just black. You can see a lot of this really beautiful wash going through it, just bringing out all that detail. So that's a really good job there. And it's a really pretty length too, and I do like that. Just all the brown and the black in it, it just brings out the sculpt so much, and that's what you like to see in figures. So the head sculpt is really good. Now let's move on to her costume, where I didn't mention she doesn't come with a sword, and something I noticed when I was comparing pictures of this Wonder Woman with the first movie, she's actually missing her harness. Is she not going to use a sword in this movie? Did they take her sword away? Because she doesn't have a harness, so she can't store it, and it doesn't look like she's going to be using a sword and shield, so that's something I didn't notice, that she is missing her harness, and it's not just my figure. Every Wonder Woman is like this. I'm pretty sure she doesn't use a sword in this movie, which is a little bit surprising to me, honestly. But it is what we have come to expect from the DC Cinematic Universe, or Extended Universe, whatever you want to call it. Really loving the outfit. Out of all the DC Extended Universe, I think they have done an amazing job with each and every costume, and Wonder Woman here is no exception. Or no different, I should say. I really do love the gold on her top right here. You can see the eagle. They did a really good job sculpting it. It has a nice look to it and goes all the way to the back, where you can see it is sculpted there too. She of course does have her armband, which is again painted gold, which I love that as well. This is a really nice vibrant metallic red, which it's beautiful in person. Like, you really have to have this figure in person to just admire the beauty in it. Something that I also love about it is that the golds and the silvers, they're this really nice metallic shine. Like, everything about it looks pristine and clean, and I really do like that. Although, when you look at her hands here, you can see that the leather strapping doesn't seem all that vibrant. It's not even a dark brown like the rest of her costume. It's almost like a tan, like maybe some elastic bandage over her hand. It doesn't look like leather strapping, which is a little bit unfortunate. Looking at her little skirt piece here, I kind of do wish that the blue was a little bit brighter, just so that it goes more with the costume, but it does look good, and it has a lot of nice texture to it. Just texture all around it does bring out so much in it. And I can't say 100%, but on camera it does look like there's a black wash going throughout it, which is probably what's causing it to look so dark. If we just lift up a side right here. Oh yeah, there's a wash definitely going through it, because you can see that's the color of the plastic versus what we have here, even right here on the side. So they did add a wash to that, which I do like. Probably my only criticism about the figure Her legs, especially her upper thigh, is too long. I don't know what they were thinking. I know Gal Gadot has a really slender figure. These legs are just incredibly long and they just don't look right. If they were just a little bit shorter, I think they would look good. I might even go as far as to commission somebody to just shave off maybe half an inch, maybe even just a third of an inch off these thighs, because they are incredibly long and it does take away from the figure a little bit. But moving back onto her costume, again, really vibrant gold, really vibrant red, and you can actually see they did a good job sculpting her boots. You can even see the flesh tone in these slits, which is accurate to the costume. I'm not going to say accurate to the movie. I haven't seen the movie, but it's accurate to the costume, which I do like that. Again, these golds and reds look really good, and this is the color of brown I wish her wrist wraps were. These really nice dark leather wraps going down to her feet. You can see she does have the heels right here, which do make it a little hard for her to stand, but it's not impossible. So overall, this is a really beautiful looking figure by McFarlane, so good job there. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get a compare to other figures you may have in your collection. Here we have Wonder Woman posed next to a Marvel Legends, Cyclops, and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have Wonder Woman posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. Here we have Wonder Woman posed next to a Lightning Collection White Ranger and a Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. And finally, here we have Wonder Woman posed next to the McFarlane Gold Armored Wonder Woman. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually move on to Wonder Woman's articulation. She does have a double ball joint in the head, which does... it would work in theory, however, unfortunately, this hair does make it a little bit hard for it to work. Now, I do have to credit McFarlane for actually listening to some people, because this hair is actually very, very pliable, but unfortunately, because it bunches up so much here at the top, we really don't get too much side-to-side movement. As you can see, she does look down really well, can't really look up, but her head does turn left and right, no problem, so that's really good. Arms are on a ball joint connected into the torso, so we do have full range of movement there, and then we do have a little cap piece to cover any gapping, so I do like that. Arms do go out to the side about that far, do a full 360, swivel at the bicep. We do have a double bend here at the elbow, which does go all the way up, so I do like that. She does have a ball hinge here at the wrist, so we do have an up and down hinge. We can actually rotate that joint to have an in and out hinge, and of course that does rotate on that joint. We do have a ball joint right here in the middle of her torso, which does go about that far forward, goes about that far back, goes to the side, goes to the other side, and we do get rotation there. We also do have a lower ball joint right here, which does allow her to tilt all the way to the side, so I do like that. She can lean all the way back, so that's pretty good. And then she doesn't lean all the way forward, but it's good enough. That's pretty good movement there, so I do like that. Hips do go out to the side all the way, so we get a full split here from Wonder Woman. You will notice that it does raise the belt or her skirt piece up. It is a completely separate piece, so you can go ahead and just move that down if it does get in the way. Legs do kick forward to about there, go back to about that far. No thigh swivel. If it's in there, it's non-existent. We do have a double bend in the knee, although you will notice that these leather straps do get in the way of each other, so you're mainly getting about that, but that's acceptable. We do have a rotation at the foot. We have a ball hinge style joint here, so we do have rotation at her foot and upper rotation at the ankle. And then we do have a toe joint, which is kind of tight on mine. Okay, it did come loose, and that's a really loose toe joint, but it doesn't serve any purpose. You're not going to end up using it anyway. So that's Wonder Woman for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the figure. So what we're going to do now is get her posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the McFarlane DC Multiverse Wonder Woman pose for my final thoughts, and overall, This is a really nice figure. I like the way it came out. The articulation on it is really good. If it had some thigh swivel, I think it would be a much better figure. But as it stands, I'm actually in love with this figure. It looks good. The colors are very vibrant. The silvers, the golds, they pop nicely. The flesh tones are evenly painted, so there's really hardly anything not to like about this figure, with the exception of the scale. I know that the McFarlane scale does throw a lot of collectors for a loop. There's some people that are completely turned off by the 7-inch scale, but me, I just like really good figures, and this Wonder Woman just happens to be a really nice figure. Now, if you are looking for this particular Wonder Woman figure, I have started to see them trickle out into Targets and some Walmarts, although my area has yet to get this Wonder Woman. I did pick up my Wonder Woman from Amazon, so if you saw my It Came From Amazon video, you'll know where I got this figure, and I did get it for $19, which is a pretty good price. For 7-inch figures, $20, I'll more than happily take this figure. If you are looking for Wonder Woman, do check your local Walmarts, Targets. If you can't find them there, Amazon still has her up for $19.99, so if you are looking for her, that's probably the best place to get her. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other DC Multiverse videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.